Well, let's get the latest on the situation in Ukraine now. We can cross live to France 24's Emmanuelle Chaze in Kiev. Emmanuelle, does a ceasefire look likely at this stage? What are the latest developments on the ground?
Well, seen from the ground, it's difficult to believe that there's any will on the Russian side for an immediate, unconditional, total 30-day ceasefire. Why? Because overnight, we were already in the early hours of Monday, over 100 drones were launched by Russia against Ukraine, and they caused damages in several regions across the country, in Odessa region, Mykolaiv, Donetsk region in the eastern part of the country, and also more in the west, in the region of Zhytomyr. So for the Ukrainian population, which endures those air red alerts day in, day out, it's difficult to see any sign that Russia would comply to a ceasefire, also given the fact that Russia violated, according to Ukraine, its own short-lived ceasefires it had declared over the Easter weekend, and also from the 8th to the 11th of May, violated thousands of times over during the Easter weekend, and hundreds of times those past few days. So there's very little trust in the will of Russia, but of course there's still hope that due to the pressure brought by Ukraine's allies, Russia might finally come to the table of negotiations.
And what about the Ukrainians? How are they reacting to this news? Are they mostly hopeful or cynical?
Well, there's the hope that this war will eventually come to an end. But as I was saying, there's very little trust in the Russian words and in Russia's will to come to a ceasefire. It's because seen from the ground, attacks are continuing also along the front line. Over 170 attacks over the past 24 hours, says the Ukrainian army. Half of them are located around the sector of Pokrovsk in Donetsk region. So very little trust of that. And of course, here people also have the feeling that Vladimir Putin is trying to buy time rather than agreeing to that unconditional total 30 days ceasefire brought forward, put on the table by Kyiv and its allies. So it's very much a situation of wait and see, but very little hope on the Ukrainian side when it comes to the population that there is actually will on the Russian side to really end this war.
All right, Emmanuelle Chaze, thank you very much for that update from Ukraine.